From NFL quarterback to Hollywood to the mayor's office, and now behind the mic at KXEX, this is the Alan Autry Show. No retreat.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
What the hell's going on out here? Everybody's grabbing out there. Nobody.
That the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
So 5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes! Unbelievable.
Free at last! Free at last! Thank
You're listening to the Alan Autry Show on the best talk in town. Talk Radio 1550 KXEX. Call Alan now. 559-899-1550.
Hey, y'all, welcome to Alan Autry No Retreat, and you know today is Friday. You know what that means. Free for all Friday on absolutely 100% beautiful day here in Fresno, California. I mean, it's not a bad place to live here. Bullet Bob, welcome to the show. Guillermo Marino, welcome. He's studying his coffee there.
I'm not caffeinated.
I am. Hey, but you got folks, listen, we got to celebrate these beautiful days when the air is clean.
Amen.
Okay,
Amen.
The wind's blowing. It's almost like a sea breeze out there.
Oh, I don't know about with sea breeze. It's like a hair dryer in the afternoon.
See, you get up in the morning and go, same old Fresno. Get up each day going, I'm going to be open to change. Open change. I'm going to walk out and I'm going to see
Let me be clear.
breeze.
I don't want that changed.
Let me be clear about that. Leo Terrell says that one more time. I'm like, let me be perfectly clear. White racists for the Democrat Party. Which, hard to argue with that. But anyway, thank you. I went to Cup of Joy. This is a unbiased, blatant plug for that place because I've been looking for an alternative to Starbucks because I got to have my Joe before I come in here. And during the show, I just do. I'm hooked, as I said. But this. I'm going to make the trip. All I have to do is get up out of bed, get started about 10 minutes more earlier, and then it times out because I go to the gym, go get my coffee, come in here, see your beautiful faces, and then the control. Look at that, Jeremy, man. You put together a team here, Guillermo. Jose, Jeremy in there, Matt White, Bullet Bob in here, you and you got some programming changes. Can you talk about those before we get into the meat?
Well, yeah, it's going to be mayor back to back, the greatest mayors in America. Alan Autry, then Giuliani,
and then Lori Lightfoot. What are the chances? We're going to call her one day.
She's going to pick up for sure.
Well, I was thinking about that last night. In a promo we have Al Michaels. So, do you believe in miracles? Yes. Well, I believe in miracles. I made a living in Hollywood for 25 years, played pro football. I mean, I'm a walking, talking miracle. Yeah. So I was thinking, what would be more of a miracle? AOC having Ted Cruz's baby or me calling Lori Lightfoot and being able to get through and get an interview with Lori Lightfoot, who has sworn off all white media. But here's the catch. Here's where I think I might have a chance to pull off a miracle. You know what the number one show in Chicago is? Still today? Think about it. Why would I bring that up? Bullet?
Because you're still making money from it.
And it is.
Yeah. Is it really?
In the heat of the night.
I was going to say Oprah.
Oprah's... No, we're outperforming Oprah.
No, shut the front door. Really?
Yes. We have been in syndication WGN for like the last 15 years.
WGN? That's like...
Yes. We are like the Andy of Mayberry of Chicago. And you know what demographic? What makes up the largest demographic? African-American viewers. They did a survey.
No way.
And guess who the number one character is?
Oh, they did not.
The wins out over the chief.
Parker.
He gets some.
Parker.
Bubba.
No,
the Bubba character.
They can't.
A white cop.
They can't even do political polling well. You're saying that they've polled.
It's still on. I got to check the other day. A pretty good size one. That's how I know it's real.
Awesome.
Isn't that awesome? So listen, here's my ploy. I get in there, I get through, call up straight in. Not going to get any juice. Hey, call up my friends. I had some friends in politics. They could know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who eventually you'll get to know somebody that knows Lori Lightfoot. I mean, it's. I don't want to do that. I want to play the miracle card. I want to go through the front door, talk to the public information, say, hey, it's old Bubba from KXEX, little station here in Fresno, California. And yeah, people say we lean conservatives. We probably do. But one of the basic tenets is we are fair. We give the other side, as you have on your show.
Yep.
Some of the other shows don't. Some of the national folks don't. You know, but us, hey, come on, we're not afraid to hear your opinion, but just don't be offended when we come back very respectfully, but very toughly with a response. We'll ask you the tough questions. To me, that's good radio.
It's great radio.
And it's what America's all about. So I hit her with there. Hey, I'm big with your constituents, you know, and no axe to grind. Come on the show. You get to tell us why your policies are working there in Chicago. I'll let you say I may ask the tough questions, but I'll be fair. What do you think our chances?
That'd be.
You're still saying AOC would be pregnant
by Ted Cruz.
Is that what you're saying?
She is getting
quick, and we'll move on.
Yeah,
What's the bigger miracle? What would it be? Lori Lightfoot agreeing to do a live interview on KXEX with me, or
I think the Ted
AOC?
Cruz.
You think it's more?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, ye of little faith.
I think you could. I think you could probably persuade.
I think
Lori
you
Lightfoot.
could. Yeah. Now.
What do you think
with your suave ways?
Well, now he's big time in Chicago. I mean, that's
Hey,
you think it's easier than Ted Cruz persuading AOC to? No, okay. Having my baby.
Not gonna happen.
What a lovely way to say how much I love you.
Oh man,
having my baby. Imagine her singing that to Ted. Okay, well, we're in big trouble. Doesn't take us long to get in trouble on Free for All Friday, does it?
Went straight down the tubes in the first
Jeremy,
3
when
minutes.
you get a chance of that graphic I sent you with the ants, you're probably wondering what the heck I was going crazy last night. I sent you a graphic.
Like the insect?
The insect ants. We've got no, not ants. The mice. Well, let me tell you why I'm getting them mixed up.
Do they identify as mice? Do these ants identify as mice?
You'll have to ask them. I have no problem with them. Wow, you got a problem with them?
No, not at all.
You rate this president as bigot. The ant wants to identify as a mouse. The mouse wants to identify as an ant. You know, imagine trying to catch an ant with a mouse trap. Very difficult. Got to be very precise.
Did you hear?
Snap and get that ant. But no, here's the reason I ask. Is everybody out there probably has had, and we'll get to the hard news here in a minute. Trust me, there's plenty out there. But this is ART. I call it the art class, Autry's Random Thoughts. And I see the comments. You seem to like them when I bring them up, so we're going to do it. Everybody's had ant problems in their home at one time or another, right? It just is. There's a lot of ants out there.
Ours were really bad.
Oh, my gosh. It's
about
time
4 or
to hear
5
that.
months ago.
Do you ever?
Terrible.
When they come out, I can't help it. They're everywhere. We used to call them little piss ants. My dad, that's what my cat, little tiny one, piss ants. There's piss ants everywhere in the house. So we're spraying it.
Okay.
But I swear to you, I feel those ants on me all day long. Is anybody like that? Do they feel like they're on? Because they get on you a little bit, but then you feel them and they're not there. And you just feel like there's ants crawling on you.
No, I think that's probably just you.
I think there's somebody out there in Autry's army, out there in cyberspace, that goes that. And I just
maybe it's your lotion.
Maybe
it's your lotion,
or lack of.
That could be. I still use Old Spice.
They make lotion.
Oh no. Well, I thought you were considering.
Well, there's your problem. You're putting your deodorant all over your body.
Well, are you specifying actual lotion and not using that as like a generic to encompass everything like aftershave, cologne, lotion?
No, I'm talking about lotion. Like there's body lotion, and there's hand lotion, there's face lotion.
And are you telling me that the lotion will repel? Because I'm going to go get me some lotions.
I'm saying you're probably itching because of your lotion.
He's intimating.
How do you know I put lotion?
Well, I don't know.
I put Lubriderm to keep from itching every night.
Lubriderm is lotion?
Lubriderm, absolutely. Lubriderm. I put it on my arms, my leg, because my skin itches.
Lubriderm. Huh.
Okay. All right. Anyway. Okay. Here, before we get into this NBA stuff and the Putin rope-a-dope. Yes, I said it, the rope-a-dope. And locally here, the standoff at
that's
State
still
Center.
happening?
I think so. As far as my last live feed on my radio. Well, dude's starting to.
As of 9 o'clock.
I'm becoming up. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to get into the cyber world. I'm ready to become a millennial. I want to identify as a millennial. And a Generation Z, yes.
Technological genius all of a sudden?
Well, I'm up with the times, Bobby. I'm up with the times, you know? When I get home, I'm going to open up the ice box. I'm going to go sit on the divan. Yeah. So Gerald has no idea.
No idea what divan is.
All right, what I got up here, folks, on the radio is that, I was thinking about it last night, persecution. And I'm not a member of PETA. I think they go way off the charts. But I love animals. I'm not, Measure Z. Everybody in town, everybody and their mother, Measure Z. It doesn't raise taxes, which is a lie. You guys get out there going to cheery.
It does.
Of course, it
not
does.
A lot.
I have
but
a
it does.
story on that.
Because they extend the tax that was imposed by the election 10 years ago. It was a tax increase, but they're saying because it's an extending of the tax increase, it's not really a tax.
You don't want the
increase.
giraffe to get
I
1 cent of $100. You can't spare 1 cent.
Did you hear Martin? Free at last, free at last. I want the giraffes to go back to Africa. If they
have a story
if
about
they
that.
live for 5 minutes out in that jungle before the lion rips its head off, it will have 5 minutes of freedom rather than this socialist, communist world called our zoo system. Where, listen, we're going to take care of you and make you happy. We know you're in a 5x5 little foot cage.
They're in a bigger,
little
much
baboon,
bigger.
but you're happy with us taking care of you.
There's a new exhibit.
Ironically enough, I have a story out of New York State. I didn't know we were going to delve this far.
It's free for all Friday. We'll go where the insanity
We
leads
talked about
us.
this in show prep. What are you talking about, Bob?
Well, Guillermo was getting us coffee.
Excuse me, man. I got to eat some more of this Mexican flatbread that you brought. And by the way, listen to your mother. She says you're tough on me.
I got to be nicer, yeah, apparently.
Did she give you the third degree?
She did. She said you got to be nicer.
Guillermo's mom jumped on it for being mean to me. That's a fuck of a mom.
She meant be kind to your elders.
That's right.
I'm sure that's what it was.
And she didn't mean Larry or Lee.
No.
All right,
But listen,
go ahead.
Listen to this story.
Give me time to eat.
I thought this was interesting. You guys talking about the zoo,
Can you hear me eating over?
and Guillermo being
Can you hear my
in
lip
the
smacking? I need to pull away.
I can't make the putt if you're making noise over there. New York State Court of Appeals is to decide if Happy the elephant is a person.
No way. Shut the front door.
The non-human rights project says they filed a habeas corpus proceeding, which is a way to challenge illegal confinement. And if that challenge goes through, then technically the elephant can be considered a person. They say this non-human rights project says that Happy is imprisoned, even though she's been at the zoo for 45 years. They say she needs to be free to express her bodily liberty. And if the court recognizes her liberty, she will become a person. At which point she will be
free, happy, free, happy, free, happy. Everybody now, free, happy, free, happy. I tell you, honest to goodness,
I knew you'd like that.
I would take Happy, and I would take her into the jungle. I would hug Happy. And Happy would look at me
and be happy.
And I'd go, you get a chance
This
at
isn't
freedom.
a Free Willy moment, Alan.
It is a Free Willy moment.
It really is not. Hold on.
Are you talking about Clinton or the whale?
The non-human right.
What are you talking about?
Man, this is really just free for all right now. Hold on, wait.
Oh, it's a crime to have fun on a political talk show. I like the ads. When I first came here to work with Guillermo, I was on there. No stories about Hollywood. None of this. None of that. Political talk all the time, baby. And we like it. And then I said, Guillermo, if I can be here, can I say what I want? He goes, absolutely. So, except for, okay, do we have the graphic? Okay.
Hold on, wait. Where, Bob?
Oh, you see here? Okay, get unhappy. And then we got to go. I want to go to the mice.
Okay, hold on, wait.
Another oppressed group. Born. That's truly a group that's born oppressed.
Look at Mickey.
And every human being is an oppressor to mice.
Not Mickey Mouse.
Huh?
Not Mickey Mouse. People in Florida are being oppressed by Mickey Mouse.
When's the last time you've seen Mickey? You don't see Mickey at Disney anymore.
It's very true.
What are they doing to Mickey? What are the officials doing over there at the Disney thing with Mickey?
The question.
Yes.
Huh. What happened to Mickey?
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay. But go ahead. You had a point.
So where did you get your source from?
This was in the news this morning on one of those third page things that I read.
Was it
serious?
All right, I need to Google.
Yeah, look it up because I knew
it's on the internet. You got to believe it.
I need to fact check this.
Well, I think it was NBC.
Oh,
More hard news.
No, but here's the deal. I just need a little advice here because we also, get mice. Everybody gets mice from time to time.
From ants to elephants to mice.
To mice. No, but just think about it. And I'm not trying to be clever here at all. I mean, seriously, mice have contributed more to mankind than probably any other animal. You say, why, Alan? Well, think about it. Every antibiotic, every advance in science, whatever, usually starts with experiments on a mouse. Because you want to pick the most insignificant thing that you feel. And it's like you look at all the landscape of animals and you go, the one we can abuse, mutilate, and kill wantonly with nobody caring about it.
Those mice
are the mice. The mice are going, hey, what do we do? We hide. We only come out. We're hungry. When we run through your house, we go real fast. We don't watch. We don't come out and sit on the couch with you, and take the clicker,
eat popcorn.
Yeah, switch on a 90-day fiance and tell you to go to the refrigerator and bring us some food. We try to be inconspicuous, but no, we grab them and we do the experiments. Okay, hats off to all the mice that have gone before us and all of the medical advances that they participated in. Right. So,
okay,
but I admit. A mouse that's going to be in my house,
this, right? You're going somewhere.
Well, yeah, because albeit notwithstanding my appreciation for mice, if they come in my house, they're dead meat. I'm going to find them and I'm going to kill them.
After all that,
but what I want to do,
after all that build up.
But here's my point: I would like to do it humanely as possible. Okay, they got to go. I don't want to, spend. So I was walking through Vaughn's the other day, and I actually took this picture. It's up on the screen right now. Those on social media can see it. Radio. It's there was only two products there that you could buy to kill mice. The one on the left, I recognized. It's been around for a while. It's the old trap.
Is that a trap?
That's a trap. You put a little cheese in there, and the spring goes,
trap.
And that thing comes, and you find the old
what an invention,
or the slow death, and it's ugly, but it's quick.
It works.
It's quick. Usually. It's like the electric chair. Sometimes, you got more juice. You've seen the Green Mile. It's horrible. Then on the right, they have it's something called the Tomcat. Now, I may be reading this wrong, but I looked at it. I think the process is number one brand. It's a glue trap. So the mouse walks on it and gets its little paws glued, and it can't move anywhere.
Yeah.
And look at that freaking cat ready to pounce. So what is this saying here? If you got a cat, let's catch the mice live and let the cat do the dirty work and eat it? My point is, which is the most humane? I got to buy one of them. That's the only two out there.
I guess.
I don't want to put them the poison. Something about that, the mice thinking they got a good meal.
I guess the scary thing is you were walking through Vaughn's just aimlessly wandering, and you saw this and thought it was...
I was not aimlessly. I was looking for a mousetrap.
Oh, my word.
And this is what I saw. The only two choices. Americans should have...
So what'd you buy?
Huh? I don't know yet. I want...
So you gotta go back.
Do you hear my point I'm making? Which one is the most humane?
Well, do you have a cat?
No.
Well, if you buy the Tomcat brand,
but
you're probably going to have to buy.
Is there more humane way to kill it with your own hands? I mean,
we used to use a shovel.
Oh gosh, I remember that. I'm getting strange in my old age. You heard the thing: a guy wouldn't hurt a mouse, wouldn't get a mouse. I want him gone. He's got to go. They're driving.
There's a third option that's not there. I don't know if they sell it anymore.
Oh, what is it?
It's cold. You've seen the little roach motels?
Oh yeah.
So it's like a bigger roach.
Check in, but you don't check out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Kind of like a marriage.
Oh, sorry, Kim.
No, I don't want to check out. See, gotcha.
Yeah.
As soon as I got bing bing, saved my butt. How about you guys? You guys not saying anything. You're just laughing. You're in trouble when you get home.
I am in trouble when
Mama gonna get you.
Not going there.
Okay, hold on, wait.
So the third option is
it looks like an L shape, and it's like the Roach Motel where the mouse goes in and there's like a spring that just kind of you've seen the dumpster compaction, so it works that way, but you don't see it.
It squashes the mouth.
It does. It does, and then you just pick up the motel, and you don't see it. And then you just toss it.
Oh, okay.
But the question remains: if I don't see it, does that make it less inhumane. I mean,
yeah.
So
if a tree,
all right, what you're saying,
if a tree falls in the forest,
I'm totally serious about. Okay, what you're saying is because I might buy this. I may go along with this. So you think the violent action is so quick and so thorough and so efficient that the squashing of it is sure as it's going to die quickly. Because,
doesn't know what hit him.
Yeah, the old school one on the left there, Robert. Sometimes it didn't hit. You look at it, it got maybe across the shoulders or something, and the mouse probably lived quite a while in agony. I just want it to go quick. Not just to get them out of the house quick, but okay, all right.
When have you become such a mouse advocate? I never knew that.
It's this Measure Zoo thing has them crazy. Hold on, wait, I'm not.
Because they're beloved. They're part of the history of mankind. We've lived with mouse side by side with mice.
I don't have a problem with that.
Now, a rat, I have a different problem with. I've been in New York.
His cousin.
I'm brutal. I'm like a Nazi when it comes to rats. They must all be exterminated.
And now we get the show.
Break them out. I have no sympathy for rats or snakes. I will drive a car out in the country. If I see a snake on the side of the road, just right off, I'll drive my car off and try to get it. I know that sounds mean, but okay. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the NBA and China. It is worse than you thought. You've heard me come down on them here. And Alan, you're exaggerating about this. Well, wait till you hear what we have found out, and it is absolutely astonishing. Alan Autry, No Retreat, KXEX 1550, best talk in town. Love y'all, mice. I love you. We'll be right back.
Yeah, those holes. So anyhow, so when I set that out, because they're like, damn things are like $9, right? So I set it out. And I looked at it because it's got a tab, and I was like, "Man, the tab it's as if it's captured already." So I picked it up, and the mouse was in there already, but it couldn't get out. So I heard and then I heard the mouse go, and
you heard it.
Yes, I was traumatized for days. It's something where it's like,
then why didn't you come? Are you afraid of being sensitive?
Well, no,
you right-wing tough dude.
So it's like
you feel the same way as me, and you're holding it back. You're not being authentic.
No one in politics is.
Jose, I need you.
No way.
How many for the glue? So the old school wins? Okay.
What about mine?
Well, you did if you would express yours like that, but hey.
Yeah.
Okay, we did a poll.
It's real news. Yeah, it's not.
We do have a call too.
Yeah.
Hey, can you tell her she emailed me off of the website, and when she emailed me, it makes it into a long email code. So can you tell her that yes, I want the information that she has. I got her email and send it to my gmoreno@kxexradio.com. Huh? Start over again? Laura Fisher emailed me. I want the documents she has on Hunter. She emailed me. Yeah, because I can't email her back on the way she emailed me. Yeah.
That's some amazing things she has.
I want to go through them.
I don't want to know. Laura, I don't know how you got them, man.
I want to.
I do too.
Hey,
she's great, man.
Don't ask questions how she got them.
And hang on, Laura, if you can, because we got to get. We've been teasing folks about the NBA. I see you're called in and about the interview with Elon Musk. Boy, I'd love to have that. Oh, you see, they're really coming after him, man, about the massage on the airplane.
You got a massage on an airplane?
Yeah, he got more than a massage on there. Apparently, he's not denying it.
Allegedly. Oh, he did.
He did
not deny it.
But he's saying this one thing after I've been in the public view of corporation. This is all you're hearing, so it must be pretty clean.
I got a big problem with what amount of years is okay for people to start coming back and making claims? Because Bill Cosby now has a new one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a new one from like 50 years ago.
How do you gather evidence on something that
you can't
that long?
There should be like, hey,
not taking up for Cosby's conduct, but
no.
I agree.
If you want a fair trial,
but is there a statute of limitations on any of that? Apparently
not. They're getting around them somehow.
Apparently not.
Yeah, they're getting around them.
You can say anything.
I always thought that. Yeah.
25 years later, and okay.
And you know, once
or at least make the allegation.
Yeah,
and this may be a very legitimate
30 seconds?
allegation, but so many, get sued. Like people sue the city all the time, frivolous things, and the city settles rather than go to court.
Yeah,
totally bogus stuff. Not saying that this allegation against Cosby.
Well, a lot of times it is cheaper to settle than to go to court. It's going to cost them 3 times as much to do that.
Yeah.
And so you take it's like electricity. You take the course of least resistance, right? That's the way
It sets a precedent.
Oh, absolutely.
You're listening to the Alan Autry Show on the best talk in town. Talk Radio 1550 KXEX. Call Alan now. 559-899-1550.
I fought the law. Welcome back to Alan Autry, No Retreat. And Jose just poked his handsome face in here and said he conducted a little online poll on the best mousetrap, the most humane mousetrap. And surprisingly to me, but I thought about it and I said, well, really not surprisingly. Only 30% went with the glue. I think 70% said you need to go with the old school mousetrap.
Net cracker.
The old net cracker.
Crack that.
And so I guess we're just going to have to go with the net cracker. And thank you so much for your participation in this.
Highly technical poll.
And I think on behalf of all the mice out there who will die a quicker death in homes across the country and the world, we thank you for participating in this poll. All right, we're going to go to Laura real quick, then we're going to come back, I promise you, on this NBA thing, because it's unbelievable. We teased that before the break. But Laura's called up, and she says she'd like to see an interview with Elon Musk. Laura, welcome.
Yes.
I will work on that. We need to work on that. You got any connections?
No, I'll work on it for you. I'm going to meet him.
Oh, will you?
You're going to meet him. What? She got cut. You're going to meet him when?
Oh, we lost. I think
Laura?
She had so much energy. I think it blew out the circuits.
You know who it was? It was Ron DeSantin. Ron DeSantin is who it was.
Ron DeSantin's getting you back, Laura. He's got his operatives. He's out there. Word. All right, well, we'll let Laura, when she calls back here, let's get with this NBA thing. Folks, I know it came down on LeBron James when he jumped on very arrogantly and condescendingly to David Murray, the Houston Rockets general manager at that time, who simply called out Chinese Communist government for cracking down on the freedoms in Hong Kong of the people. We just supported the Hong Kong people. And he just took tons of criticism from LeBron. LeBron went as far as to say, well, you don't really know. You need to do your homework. You need to really educate yourself. Well, he did. LeBron, we're finding out now exactly where you're coming from, but you're not alone, so I'm not going to put that moniker around your albatross around just your neck. We found out in an article, ironically, by ESPN, which shocks the living daylights out of me, because these liberal folks on the left, ESPN, probably more liberal than MSNBC in terms of how they cover things and being woke and being the first to be as woke as you can be. But this is a ESPN reporter did an in-depth analysis on the NBA owners and how deeply they're involved in the Chinese government and investment in China. Bullet, why don't you tell the folks what you found? It's astonishing. Hang on to your seats here.
Well, yes, this article is done by a reporter from ESPN, which in and of itself is amazing that they would
allow that,
do this kind of investigative reporting to uncover these things. And the one that stuck out to me, and the whole line is a long article, and the one that stuck out to me the most, and we touched on it a little bit, Haas, was this Mickey Aronson.
Yeah, the owner of the Miami Heat.
The playoffs. The owner of the Miami Heat. He has more than $375 million tied up in China.
How much?
$375 million.
Hot dog.
Directly with
the China State Ship Corporation, CSSC, which has been called, the United States has called them out as contrary to our foreign policy and the national security interests of the United States.
So good guys.
And they're part of the Chinese Communist Party, the military.
This Mickey Aronson owns Carnival Corporation, the cruise.
No way.
The cruise ship.
Didn't know that.
He went into a joint venture with this China State Shipbuilding Corp, and they have close ties to the Chinese military, and they build aircraft carriers. The Chinese military builds these aircraft carriers, and this guy's tied into that, and now they're in the process of building a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. So this guy is so deep into the Chinese government and their military in this joint venture, and this CSSC, the Shipbuilding Corporation, has been declared as adverse to the best interests of the United States. Yet this guy, nobody's told him to divest of that venture. Nobody's told him to get out of China. He just keeps on keeping on, and this guy's not the only one.
Exactly. The reason they don't is 40 owners. 40 owners to the tune of what? $10 billion.
Wow.
Total.
Yeah.
40 owners of the NBA are directly invested into China and the Chinese government.
In some way, shape,
and
or form.
The NBA itself as a whole, $5 billion in the contract they have. They just finished a 3-year ban because the Chinese didn't like stuff that Murray was saying, some of the criticisms coming back. So they held back that contract, and now they're wanting to resume that contract. That's why you're seeing LeBron James and this the commissioner won't return phone calls to ESPN.
Silver.
Silver.
Adam Silver.
Joel Silver was a producer in Hollywood. But
so
this
happened?
is really let me ask you this. Is it hyperbole? Is it exaggeration? Based on what we know now after this article, of which the owners don't deny, would it be clearly and obviously and demonstrably proven to be true to say that China owns the NBA?
Absolutely. That is an accurate statement.
They own an entire freaking league. And so it kind of explains things. When you have LeBron James tweeting out hate tweets towards a white cop who's trying to prevent the murder of a 15-year-old black girl, yet you see 1 million Uyghurs being abused every single day, innocent people being imprisoned because they just simply speaking their mind so that you can make an extra $20 per sneaker that comes out of China.
You know what it is?
That's where this is at. And then you connect the dots, folks. You wonder why you can't go to an NBA game? Try to take a family of 2 to an NBA game.
I don't know what's the
parking $50. The cheapest seat $300-$400. You get down on courtside $2,000 or $3,000. These gigantic salaries they're paying. You know who's pricing the average American out of it? China, because of all of that money they're giving China to the NBA, which goes to the players.
Go ahead. No.
Yeah, I sound like Schwarzenegger in a fight.
The contract that Haas was mentioning was the TV contract, which the Chinese had put on hiatus because they were upset, as you mentioned. Now that the playoffs have started, they have now resumed televising the NBA playoffs in China. It had been gone for a while because they were upset at some of the things that were said by Murray.
But some people should have freedom.
Yeah. Now, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
In Taiwan and Hong Kong.
That's horrible.
So now that the playoffs are back, so how much is the NBA getting from that contract?
Right.
Do we know?
On that contract?
Yeah.
$5 billion.
It's $5 billion.
Not million, $5 billion.
With a B.
With a
which
B.
rhymes with Bob. That stands for bucks.
And this Mickey Arison is not alone. The fellow that owns the Nets, the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
Used to be the New Jersey Nets, maybe. This Joe Tsai, Tsai, I think I pronounced it properly.
Yes.
He is a Chinese national.
I believe he is.
He's a citizen now, I think, in the United States. He is up butt deep.
53% of everything that he has is
generated from China.
Into China, yeah.
Folks, you can't have this. You can't have institutions like Sports League because they get so many breaks from the American people. Like baseball's antitrust laws, they could, business-wise, and to have a foreign country, which could be very well be an adversary that, God forbid, you end up at war with, because when you have tyranny up against democracy, they usually end up fighting.
Yeah.
That's been the history of the world. And you have people actively investing in weapons of war with a potential. What if they were doing the same thing with Putin? Because I'm going to tell you, China's getting ready to move on Taiwan. And what if you looked in and you had the whole NBA investing all of this money with Vladimir Putin? And what would we be saying?
It would be the same situation we are now, but it's really worse than it is because we're talking about the Chinese connection with the NBA. That's like, it's the NBA. What do I care, right? I can care less about the NBA. It's very important, but this is in virtually every single aspect of American life, industry, security. The Chinese they're like the boa constrictor, and they've been surrounding America and squeezing it. I had a conversation with, his name was George Yang. He's running for superintendent of public instruction for the state of California. And he was saying, and then I have an agriculture show that we do, and I was telling him, do you realize who's buying up a lot of this ag land across the nation?
China and Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Well, in conjunction with China.
The Chinese. Chinese are buying up all this ag land. Oh. Yeah. Why in the would China?
Slam Hill?
Yeah. Why in this? What Alan said, would China want to buy our ag land? Just take a gander. Yeah. We know.
Let me tell you why it's important. The NBA is so important that the Chinese government or any adversary control it. China has figured America out. The whole thing is to indoctrinate youth to accept tyranny and Marxism as an alternative, to viably say, okay, this could be something we could look at as a governance in the United States of America. Prior to these last generations, that was never a consideration. We valued freedom too much. They know how influential a LeBron James is, a Kevin Durant, a Kyrie Irving, a Luka Doncic. They get that. And they know if they can control them. And John Cena, you know how many fans of John Cena, WWE, and we can make him grovel and apologize and say how wrong he was for calling Taiwan a country? They get it. They get what's going on here. They're buying the influencers of our culture.
Yeah.
And they know now and they play the long game. We play, hey, if it's not done by next Wednesday, we're not interested. China plays hundreds of years, thousands of years the game. They're willing to let this generation die out. Okay? And program the next generations to take a look at Marxism. You know, it's not the Marxism those old dudes that died told you about. You know, that you can't worship God, even though we don't allow it in China. Don't listen to that. It's not the Marxism your mama told you about. They're playing that game, and they're playing it very effectively because the K through 12 system has bought that in with critical race theory, hook, line, and sinker. All right, well, we hit that, and I promised Laura we'd come back, and let's go back. We're going to take a break, but we're not going to do that. We're going to let's call Laura, and then we got Kyle on the line. Laura,
Yes?
Guillermo said he thinks that Ron DeSantis cut you off.
No, he didn't. The lady that's steaming my dress did.
Well, what's on your mind? Because we got to appreciate those emails. I responded last night. I'm really looking forward to seeing this stuff. But tell me about you're going to see Elon? Is that when you're going to?
Yes,
are you going to propose?
I'm going to get to meet him ahead of time, which I'm extremely nervous. But my cousin's picking me up. He was with him all day today. He was with him last night when they did the Dragon 9 test launch.
Yeah.
And sent me pictures, which were, oh my gosh.
Oh, it's unbelievable. So thanks for sending me those, by the way. They're just awesome.
Well, I didn't think he wanted the pictures of Elon that he sent me. But anyway, I'm going to get to be with Elon and just my cousin and like two other people from about 5:45 until 7 o'clock.
Holy cow.
Very nice.
That's how?
And then
You don't want to know.
Away with him. Oh my gosh.
She'll have to kill you.
That is amazing.
She has her own intelligence gathering
the
network.
Story that broke yesterday.
What's that?
So my husband texted me a link to the article, and he goes, "What you got to say about that?" I said, "What do I have to say? I need to get an application to become a SpaceX flight attendant."
Oh my gosh, Laura! Folks, I did not say that, and I didn't know what I heard when I laughed at it. All right. Well, Laura, listen, thank you. We got Kyle. We're running out of time here.
Laura, send me those emails. You had emailed us to our station website. The producer will give you the email.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to send both you and Alan a flash drive with all of that.
Oh, my gosh.
Plus the other emails and the text messages that I have.
I love it.
We're going to have a party going over there.
I love it.
Laura, listen, you have a great time. And if you could pass on to Elon Musk for me and everybody at KXEX and Guillermo and Bullet, tell him how much we appreciate his courage. I know he hears it a lot, but trust me, when you get him.
I'm going to give him your phone number and tell him to call in.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Right. Yeah, get his phone. Try to get his contact phone number if you can. I mean, his underling who works for him. That's fine.
I'm going to try.
All right, Laura. Thank you much. God bless you. All right, let's go to Kyle up in Lake County, Northern California. Kyle, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, gentlemen. How are you?
Well, gentlemen,
living the dream.
Who came in? Hey, I appreciate that. Hey, what's on your mind, Kyle? Yeah, go ahead, man.
Well, one, I don't even know why we're doing dealings with China. They're a communist country.
Amen.
People are
I hear you,
worried about what's going on to their population over there. It's been going on for thousands of years.
Yep.
Two, Lubriderm, only people over 50 know what Lubriderm is.
Hey, that's a good lotion, though, isn't it? I got introduced to that on Heat of the Night. Our wardrobe, our makeup lady, Velma, turned me on to that. Yeah.
And then,
there's the name.
Yeah.
Third, you have a third option for a mousetrap. There's always a BB gun.
There you go.
Okay. You know, Kyle.
Kyle,
you're aiming in for the day.
Yes.
Get rid of the mice.
You know what? I think you just gave. I would go with the glue. Because I would take a BB gun. No, I would take the BB gun.
The glue and the BB gun.
Yeah, exactly. I'd take the BB gun. I would say to the mice if he has any last chirps or maybe even the last meal. You know, I put a little bit of good old cheese. I'm talking about that pepper jack cheese. Let him have a little last meal. Swiss. They like Swiss better. Wait, that's a real statement of that all mice like Swiss.
It's only the French ones. Come on.
And then put a well-placed BB. Pull a Lenny in of Mice of Men. How ironic. Of Mice and Men. Lenny, that's what the guy did. George did to Lenny. But he shot him in the back of the head rather than make him suffer. My gosh. This is stuff is like
breaking.
Oh man, no, Kyle, thank you, man. That well-placed BB. Seriously, I remember. Boy,
and the Lubriderm comment is classic.
Why don't they let kids have BB guns anymore?
Because you'll put your eye out.
Don't run with that stick. You'll fall and put. How many have you heard of a kid putting his eye out, running with a stick, falling, he stabs him in the eye?
Never.
Hey, Kyle, you've been fun, man. Please call in again, buddy. Call in again, man.
Right.
Love you, brother. God bless you and your family. Well, have a great weekend. Thank you, Kyle.
Thanks.
But what Kyle said, the first thing he said was money, because when I had George Yang in here, the candidate, he said that Chinese nationals should not be allowed to own land in the United States. And I was like, man, well, that's kind of, I don't know about that. But then as I'm thinking about it, yeah, maybe we do not allow Chinese nationals to own land or open businesses in this country.
I would go, I hear what you're saying, but I go a different route. Because it won't happen immediately. It may not ever happen, but really puts China on the spot. So look, we will do business with this company if it completely divests itself from the Communist Party. You say you have a free market system until the Communist Party reforms itself, declares independence and freedom to the Uyghurs, all these list of things of human rights, of which not the United States is saying that China should do. The Council on Human Rights, a world organization, has pointed this out. Yeah, we'll do business with you, but you got to prove that this money going here is not. I don't think they can't do that because the government and the military in particular has the final say. They've created a little combo hybrid, little free market system here and letting these families run and do their thing, but they have to come in and check every now and then with the government. And then you have a captive slave workforce that can undercut. It's the Walmart method on steroids. That you can undercut any country that can make the widget. Widget's going to say, we can do it in Lithuania, make this widget for $2. Well, China will go in the hole and say, we'll make it for $1.25. Why? Because we got slave labor. You're in Lithuania, you're part of NATO or Western Europe or Eastern Europe, whatever. Anyway, you can't do that because there'd be a public outcry. So they've got this kind of system that, at least for right now, in the last 20, 30 years has worked well, but I think is destined for collapse because you got to. But, we're running out of time. You know something exciting, Jeremy? You received it. And this is breaking, Guillermo. You're going to, astonishing thing, Bullet Bob. You know our reporter, Scoop Johnson. God bless him. Scoop is out there. He goes into danger zones. We got him over there in Ukraine. He's everywhere. I'm fearful every day that Scoop's going to be captured and be tortured. And, you know, knowing Scoop and how loyal he is, he'd throw us all under the bus first toenail. But pulled off.
What a
but
guy.
no, Scoop, I'm kidding. Scoop is loyal. Scoop is out there. KNX, on the spot reporter, and we just love Scoop. Someday we'll have him on the show. But I don't know if you've heard, but there's been rumors of a strained relationship between Xi Jinping and Putin because of the Ukraine war. Well, Scoop has found out that Putin did a special behind-the-scenes trip to Beijing, and him, Putin, and Xi had a one-on-one private conversation to see if the relationship was strained. And, well, Scoop being Scoop, found a way to get into that meeting. I don't know what he was disguised at,
That's
but was
amazing.
able to place. I mean, it was like Mission Impossible. He was like Tom Cruise in there. He was able to put the recording device in the room.
Wow.
And we've got the recording
We have the audio
of Xi Jinping and Putin and what they said to each other. Uncomfortable now.
Scoop is underpaid. That's highly.
Well, that kind of blows up the theory that there's any conflict, any problem between Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping. That is
the Scoop by Scoop only on KXDX.
Only Scoop
Only
Johnson
here.
could.
Nowhere else would you
nowhere
get that. Only
else.
here.
And please tell Scoop, because he needs to call in. You know, one thing that he'll have to do that voice disguising thing. Oh, and I was over there. When I was in there and everything. So we don't want to get Scoop in trouble. But please, thanks, Scoop. We love him. And I wonder how he got back here. But anyway, it seems like that they're doing quite well in their relationship. Okay. It doesn't look like we got about 5 minutes to go. And I want to start this subject because we're going to hit it big on money. This inflation stuff, folks, I don't need to tell you.
There's no inflation, Alan.
It's serious stuff. Well, it's actually good. Listen to Biden. There is, but it's good.
Here's the deal,
and it's transitory.
Alan.
It's going to be gone tomorrow.
Yeah, here's the deal, Alan. Stuff is for sale and people buy stuff, Alan.
And sometimes stuff costs more.
Come on, man.
You know, I get in trouble for that. In fact, the family members have stopped actually criticizing because they said, "Hey, I can't even defend this stuff anymore." It's actually true, folks. And I don't be mean by saying it's just fact. I look back and I YouTubed him. He has lived a lie since he got into Congress. He's lied. Oh, here's a guy who had to drop out of a presidential race because he plagiarized an entire speech bullet, not lifting some key quotes. Entire speech of this English politician. He's over there saying that he kicked Popcorn's butt or Corn Pop's butt, and Corn Pop had a razor to his throat. And then with one quick move, karate move, like Keanu Reeves, he knocked the razor off of his throat and caught Corn Pop on the ground. And you know, and he goes up and says that inflation does not, that spending does not increase inflation. I mean, there's just so many to mention. But you know what? Inflation is a tricky thing. And that's where like Fed Reserve comes in. And I was thinking about it the other night. Inflation is like to the economy like calories are to the human body. The economy needs money. It's lifeblood. It needs money to survive and prosper and live, if you will. Follow the analogy. Your body needs calories to burn, to have energy. You need calories in order to live, or you die. You need those calories. But if you have too many of those calories and you don't operate properly with those calories, you don't work out, you don't do the right things, make the right decisions, you don't burn those calories off, and you get fat, you get obese, you can get heart disease, diabetes, and all that from too many calories. Money's the same thing. You get too much of it into it. You don't make proper decisions with it, and the economy gets bloated, gets obese, gets fiscal diabetes, fiscal heart disease. So what do you have to do? You got to reduce your calories to get healthier, and you got to reduce the money supply, and that's painful. People are used to those calories.
Love to eat.
I got to cut out sugar. I got to cut out carbohydrates. Oh, I have no reason to live. I'm one of those guys. It's tough. Same thing with the money supply. You got to raise interest rates. It's a simple equation. There's a lot of these economists will give you a lot of other stuff, but bottom line is there's too much money in the economy, and now they got to take it out. How they do that basically two ways: through interest rates and taxes. They get money out. They have to slow the economy now. They got to reduce the calories in the system. And the problem is, and again, where the Fed mixed it, the Fed was the bad doctor. A good doctor would tell you, hey, you're taking too many calories. You've gained 10 pounds is the last time I saw you here. You need to watch it. And then the guy can either listen to it or not. The good doctor. The Fed was told, look, this economy is way overheated. Stimulus after stimulus and stock market going crazy and all of these. Just forgive student loans. That's more money into the system. And didn't listen.
And all of that was predicted.
Yes.
I mean, this.
The economists told the Fed, told Jerome Powell.
It's not something that you wake up in the morning and say, "What happened?"
Exactly.
I mean, this has all been.
And that old adage, it's been said so many times throughout all generations, and it's so true, should never be discarded in the trash bin of sayings. And that is, never put off tomorrow what you need to do today. And that's what they did. They didn't want the party to end, just like the Roaring 20s. Ironically, we're in the 2020s making the same kind of mistakes. In the Roaring 20s, too much money, credit was everywhere, and we know what happened.
Let's hope we don't have another 1929 on our hands.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, there's some mechanisms in place. The stock market, if it drops so far, it'll automatically click
as
off.
a result of the depression.
But most people think that's what's in there is not going to be enough. We're definitely going to have a recession.
Yeah.
But with all of these world supply chains going on, all the chaos, the fear is it could be even worse. So isn't it nice to end Free for All Friday for the weekend? Send people home
I feel
with
better.
such a cheery thought.
Hey, by the way.
Well, I got to go kill some mice.
Hey.
So don't feel too bad about your lives.
Mr.
My
Autry.
weekend, I'm going to spend it shooting BBs in the back of the head of mice.
Why were you looking at me when you said calories and gained 10 pounds? I won't take it personal.
No, look, you're slim and trim. You're fighting.
Bigger clothes make me look
folks. Thank you for tuning in. Laura, Kyle, thank you for calling in. All the folks in Autry's Army. Got my shirt here on, and we're going to find a way to get y'all some of these here real soon. God bless you. Remember, just do your best. Let God do the rest. That's all God expects of you, so that's all you should expect of yourself. Love you, and see you on Monday. Bye-bye now. Oh, man.
Good stuff. No.
That
Gosh,
was,
no.
That was a good call.